Hi everybody, we're going to make stuffed mushrooms with chorizo and peppers. Welcome to healthy gluten and dairy-free living. And today I'm going to show you how I make my stuffed mushrooms. And if you want to stop the video and take a screenshot of the ingredients, that would be great. We want to finely chop all of our vegetables to make them as small as possible without falling apart when we cook them. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my mushroom and I'm going to clean them off with a paper towel, and I'm just going to try to pop that button underneath and pull that stem out neatly. And if I can't, I'm going to get a spoon and I'm just going to gently push that spoon in there and scoop it around to get that center stalk out. When I removed about a dozen of the stems, I just want enough mushrooms to fit into my cast iron pan. And these are pretty big mushrooms, so I could only fit about 10. Then I take the stalks and I'm going to chop them very finely as well to match my vegetables. The ground chorizo that I'm going to use in this recipe, I double checked the label and I made sure that it was gluten-free and it was also dairy-free. And it adds such a beautiful flavor to these stuffed mushrooms. I use my own recipe out of my own head, and I've made these for years. So while I'm chopping my vegetables up, I'm warming up my cast iron pan, but I'm not putting oil in it yet because I'm going to cook my chorizo, and my chorizo has a lot of oil in it. So we're going to use that oil to cook our vegetables. I've already cooked my meat. It's just a nice brown color, and you could see that there's some oil on the bottom of the pan. And I'm going to bring my vegetables in, and we're just going to saute them for a few minutes because this is going to cook in the oven for 15 minutes as well. But I just want to get it started, and my onions a little bit on the translucent side, just the vegetables are softened up a little bit so we can make our mixture to stuff our mushrooms. I'm going to cook on my stove for about five or so minutes on medium-high heat, and then I'm going to put them in the bowl with the beet that we just browned. And now I'm adding a little bit of my dairy-free butter to the pan, and it's a vegan butter, and two teaspoons of olive oil and 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. And I'm going to take the caps that we did earlier and put them face down into theirs and let it cook for about 5 minutes to become a very golden brown color. While we are cooking our caps on the stove, I came back to my mixture and I'm going to add my salt and pepper, and then I'm going to take my parsley that I have, and it's fresh parsley. You can use dried parsley too if you like. And I'm just going to snip off little pieces of it, a few tablespoons or teaspoons in there. I just go by looks. I don't, really follow too closely any specific recipe. This is my own creative recipe, so I just go by what I think looks good. And now I'm adding my 1/3 cup of my nutritional yeast, and I'm just going to mix that up until you can't see that yeast anymore. It's all incorporated into this mixture. I'm just going to take a spoonful of the mixture and I'm going to press it pretty hard into those mushroom caps. They're going to be really stuffed hard because it's kind of light and airy in that bowl, but I mean, it's going to be delicious. So, I mean, this recipe, you can add even tomatoes to it if you wanted to. I just get creative, and you can use this with ground beef if you wanted to, but you're going to add some more flavors if you're going to change your meat around. But the basic idea is you add the vegetables and then you add your meat, and garlic is always, the best thing to put in these, garlic and butter and salt and pepper in the end to taste. And I think this is just a very beautiful appetizer to bring to a party or on a special occasion. It's just very special and they're so delicious. I come up with my recipes through experimenting in my kitchen. And because I'm gluten and dairy free, I've spent a lot of time experimenting. So this recipe is out of my head. And also, my oven does not get up to temperature. So I would say that this oven should be preheated at 350 degrees, and your mushrooms would be in there 15 to 20 minutes. But my oven doesn't always get up to that temperature when I put it on. So I put mine to 365. So I recommend you testing your oven and seeing if it gets up to temperature and adjusting accordingly. So when I pop this in the oven, it's going to be preheated and it's going to say 365, but it might actually be like 360 or 350. I am so thankful that you're watching my videos. It makes me very happy, and I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and share it to a lot of your friends who could be wanting to know more about how to cook gluten and dairy free. And thank you so much because that will help me grow my channel. I look forward to showing you the next video. See you then.